Let's go to the audio of Chuck Todd and Ed Henry.
All right.
The Chuck Todd?
Chuck Todd and Ed Henry yesterday were mocking John McCain on Iraq. Like, that's the guy to mock. Yesterday.
It's one of those open mic moments where they don't know the mic is actually on, but it is.
Anybody check John McCain? Is he okay now that David Petraeus came out against him?
So it's hard to hear him, but he says, has anybody checked on John McCain to see if he's okay now that David Petraeus has said he doesn't want to send troops?
I know. I got to think like McCain must have had heart palpitations when he wait, David Petraeus said what? Oh, now that'll be the Obama administration.
So he's talking about how basically that McCain might have a heart attack. Somebody should check on him to make sure that he hasn't had a heart attack because Petraeus doesn't agree with him on this. And they're just mocking him. He and Ed Henry mock back and forth with John McCain and his stance in Iraq. You got to believe this happens almost every minute of every day.
Sure.
With the press corps, right? I mean, I'm guessing they do this all day, every day, and we just happen to catch one of those moments.
Well, it's funny because I mean when we're doing the morning meeting is on portions of it are on the Blaze TV now during your show, obviously, Glenn. And if people haven't watched that yet, it's worth watching because it's essentially what everybody does, right? Like when you're talking about people that you deal with on an everyday basis, you joke about the situations, you mock them. These reporters are doing the same thing, and of course, they're caught here. But we all know this is what they're doing, and 99% of it goes against the people that they don't like, which are typically Republicans. So it's funny to see that.
I have a problem with this one, and I know we've done it. I know we've had to have done the same thing, but it bothers me so much because we're talking about Iraq. We're talking about life and death. We're talking about the possible coming caliphate, a possible civil war in the Middle East. We're talking about gas prices. I mean, oil. It is, from CBS Market Watch. If Iraq falls, price of a barrel of oil will go from $100 to $200 a barrel. It's lights out for the West at sustained $150 a barrel. It's lights out. You don't survive $200 a barrel oil. So we're talking about this, and they're sitting here saying it so flippantly. Thousands of people, the Middle East, if it goes into a caliphate, will be plunged into medieval darkness, the likes of which we haven't seen. Nobody alive today has seen the kind of darkness and evil and suffering on the planet in the last 200 years. No, I don't think anybody has seen that kind of evil sweep across an entire region. And they're joking about this. I mean, John McCain, you can make a legitimate case to send troops in because of all of the things I just said. I'm telling you, it's too late. It's too late. And look at what they're doing. The president is lying, saying, I didn't want to do that. He said before, we're not going to send anybody back. We're not getting involved. Then I'm going to send 250 troops. Then I'm going to send an additional 300 advisors. Then, hey, it wasn't my idea to pull out of Iraq. What? And you're mocking John McCain? I mean, believe me, I'll mock John McCain with the best of them. But really, that's where you're spending your time?
Yeah, I mean, but as they do their job, as like Stu said, I think we can relate to that.
I know, and I know because we probably
mock people all the time.
Yeah, and we probably shouldn't, and we have mocked. I'm sure. What'd you say?
Thank you. Please do it.
You are absolutely right. We shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. We should never do anything
No, Mahatma, we should.
No,
we should not because it's what is it? It's unkind.
It's
unkind.
It's wrong.
Even if we're holding a flower,
Pat, don't you be a weasel.
Shouldn't.
Don't you dare be a weasel. Pat and I have had conversations where Pat and I are both looking at each other. We both love sarcasm so much. We could be sarcastic all day long for the rest of our lives.
That's right.
And we both look at each other and we're like, It's probably wrong. We probably shouldn't be sarcastic anymore.
And yet I'm throwing you under the bus right now.
Yes, you are. You're pretending like I'm alone on this journey. You weasel.
No, it's
May
beautiful.
you get
We're all with you.
scabies.
May
the border scabies.
Where's
just
Mahatma
jump on-
Gandhi now? Where'd he go? All of a sudden, now you want me to have scabies.
He's in a Pat Gray sarcastic concentration camp where you're torturing him to death. That's where he is. All right, our